do? It's a beautiful night in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful night for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Yo. Once again, it's on. Back at you one more again, Real Kenz TV. In the house like kitchen sinks for the pop-up live. One time for your mind. Had to go live. It's been weeks. I'm not going to say exactly how long it's been, but it's been quite a while, and it's been too long. It's been way too long since I done chopped it up with my peoples, man. You know what I mean? Feels good to be in the building. Definitely feels good to be in the building. Give people an opportunity to chime in. Let it be known that I'm in the building, so we need y'all to share. We need y'all to comment, to like, and, you know, help get me up in the algorithm, man, so people will know that Kenz is live. There's always a message. What's good, bro? Hey, is that Quavion? Quavion Jones? Hopefully I didn't, butcher your name too bad. It's kind of hard to see in my love shades. See what I'm saying? My love shades, man. But, man, it feels good, man. I feel like I've been gone forever. It's been a while since I've been live, as I mentioned. But I guess better late than never. Respectfully. Y'all double tap that screen. Get the likes up so people will be alerted that I'm live. For whatever reason, I don't know what I did to YouTube, but it's like for the last 8, 9, 10 months, they've been pissed off at me. They're not sending out my notifications to certain people. People have gotten at me and been like, Kenz, man, I was subscribed to your channel. I don't know. I looked up and now I'm not a subscriber. I didn't even know. I can't find your channel. I don't know what I did to YouTube. So I really had to tone it down. I haven't really been cussing as much. Never really cussed a lot in the first place. But I'm just trying to find my way. Gotta find my way back. Way back. I gotta find my way back to this algorithm. But we're not gonna complain about it. We're just gonna keep grinding and keep dropping this action and this heat. And eventually the rest of the world will catch up. Respectfully. My dog TB's in the building, man. What's up, TB number 6? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you, man. You know what I'm saying? Jesse Ray drops the biggest loads. ATL trucker checking in. What's good? Be safe, man. When I say he drops the biggest load, he's a truck driver, man. And I feel like guys that drive these trucks, man, they need to get a hell of a raise. Whatever they making, they need double it at least. Because the things we order on Amazon and things we want the next day and, same day, and, man, none of that's possible without the drivers, man. And they risk their lives, especially in the wintertime when the weather's bad. And they out there dropping them loads, man. And Jesse Ray definitely drops the biggest loads. My dog, Dennis Rodman, what's good, bro? What's up with you, mate? I ain't doing too much, man. Good to see you in the building. My other partner, Steve Hawkins, 4301, in Portland, Oregon, was good. Shout out to Steve Hawkins. He's another one's out there dropping them loads. Between him and Jesse Ray, I don't know. They both dropped some big loads. What's good, Steve? Good to have you back, man. Jackie Harvard's in the building. Stillers. Well, we can already find out, Jackie. Every time I see you on here, it's Stillers. I get it. We can already find out real soon because training camp is like 3.5 weeks away. Steve Hawkins said 5'11". Absolutely. The whole world is 5'11". You know what I mean? The whole world is 5'11". Big boy in the building, showing love. Absolutely. I appreciate you, man. Dennis Rodman, I appreciate you. I'm good, Jackie. 1971, I'm good. How you been? I just been on the grind, man. I just stay on the grind with this YouTube thing. I don't even try to figure out YouTube at this point. You know what I mean? I just do it. I just upload. I don't try to figure out what time to upload. I don't try to figure out. I just upload. Because again, when you get so caught up in the numbers, when you get so caught up in trying to figure out, like, why aren't my views this? Why aren't my views that? You definitely, yeah, I'm just now getting off work, Steve. Had to come chop it up with y'all for a while. Just got off work, as usual. Went to work this morning. Got off work. I did a video. Y'all go check my video out if you haven't had an opportunity to watch it from earlier. Uploaded a video earlier. Went back to work. Just got off work, and then I'm here I am. You know what I'm saying? I just figured, they say hard work really pays off. That's good. You're doing well, Jackie. I'm glad you're doing well. Outside of being a Steelers fan, I'm glad you're doing well. Respectfully. But they say hard work pays off, so I'm just, like I said, I'm not worried about the numbers. I'm not worried about anything at this point. But as I was saying, you do see other individuals and their numbers are way more than yours, and it's like, hold on. This is why I know that YouTube is messing with my channel. If I see someone that has 4,000 subscribers, 5,000 subscribers, that's great. Those are great numbers. It's very, very difficult to get to that point. Like, if you ever attempted to start a YouTube channel, 99%, according to Google, of YouTube channels fail. Y'all double tap that screen, man. Get the likes up. It's how you get the likes up. It takes 0.25 seconds. Boom, boom, and the screen is, there's a like on the screen. But according to Google, 99% of the YouTube channels fail. It's very, very difficult because when you're starting from scratch, now if you have a big name and they like, hey man, I want y'all to, go get with, my dog Real Kenz or somebody like that, then okay, that's different. But if you just starting and you getting it out of the mud, I'm talking about straight out of the mud, no one knows who you are. And again, I'm not complaining, I'm just giving you all the process. Then it's hard. And so you have people that say, oh, Kenz, man, you still ain't got over 15,000 subscribers. Man, I'm on here. Y'all see me. I'm on here grinding. I'm on here uploading on a regular basis, but it just, some people get there a little faster. I don't know. I just know that in the 3 years that I've had my channel, the first 5 or 6 months, I didn't know what I was doing. I wasn't doing it right. I was primarily focusing on shorts. And then I spoke with Dante from the Dante Show Network. Shout out to Dante from the Dante Show Network. And he was the one that really, really helped me get my channel off the ground as far as the information that he was giving me that I didn't know. So yeah, I've had my channel for 3 years, but for 2.5 years, I've just stayed away from shorts. So a lot of times people's like, hey, Kenz, why you don't do shorts? You need to do shorts. No, I don't need to do shorts. Every once in a while, I'll drop a short. But what happens with a short video is you'll pick up subscribers, but they don't come back and watch a long form content because most people, they like to watch shorts, the individuals that are subscribing because of your shorts. So they're not really going to come back and watch a long form content. And so once I realized that through Dante, I say, you know what? As he told me, stay away from shorts. And that's pretty much what I've done. I just focus on 30 minutes or better. Big Rufus said he can help you get there. Big Rufus Big Rufus wants to help. Big Rufus, man, I don't even know if Big Rufus is still alive at this point. But Big Rufus was a straight beast in the penitentiary, man. For y'all that haven't heard the story of Big Rufus, just go to my channel, go to the search engine, search bar, and type in Big Rufus. I got a couple videos. I'm just saying. That's what he always said. I'm just saying. It was his signature saying, Big Rufus, penitentiary gorilla. But he talked like Michael Jackson. I'm just saying. So yeah, like I was saying, when I see people that have way less subscribers and their videos are doing 3 and 4 and 5,000 within the first day, it baffles me. Like, come on, man. I know that I may not be the best on here, and I'm not proclaiming to be the best, but I know that I should be getting more views than what I'm getting. I don't know. And again, I don't even really try to figure it out at this point, man. I know God got a plan for me. I know he does. Maybe my patience still needs to, like the patience, because I've always been kind of impulsive. I've always been an individual that You know, it's my money and I want it now. Every guy got a bigger plan for me. Like, okay, I know he does, matter of fact. But I'm gonna slow you all the way down. I'm not gonna give this to you like that. Channel's gonna blow. It's gonna blow eventually. I know it is. But let's make sure your patience is where it needs to be. But until then, and even after that, man, we just grinding, man. Grinding. Putting out content. Putting out videos as much as I really want to do 2 to 3 videos a day, but that's one of those things to... I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like, you don't always feel like being in front of the camera like that. And I never want to do this for money. You see what I'm saying? I appreciate that. Was that Ray Stone Books? I definitely will. Keep pushing, bro. Ray Stone, but double pause. Yeah, that might be a triple pause right there. I gotta go check the judges. That might be that may be a time for triple pause. But if I did 2, 3, maybe 3, 4 videos a day, I'd really be doing it for the money. See what I'm saying? I easily could do 4 videos a day on here. I don't necessarily want to say easily, but if I chose to do so, I could. I'm sure I would make nice money. I would probably drop a video at 9 in the morning. Come back and drop another one at about, I don't know, 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Then drop another one at about 7 in the evening, 6:30, 7 o'clock in the evening. And then drop another one, give y'all some of that midnight love about 10:30, 11 o'clock. And I'm not going to say that I won't do that ever, but at this point, it's just that, yeah, your mama boyfriend, yeah, you probably shouldn't even just said that. You know, keep pushing, bro. Yeah, you probably should have used better, keep up the good work or something like that. Respectfully. Not to say that I won't drop 3 or 4 videos a day at some point, but I don't want it to be my livelihood. You know what I mean? I know somebody, and I'm not going to put their name out there, but they make nice money on YouTube. I'm talking about, when I say nice money, I'm talking about his household depends on $12,000 to $15,000 or a minimum of $12,000 per month. Doing everything he has to do. He dropping. He don't care what the content is. He's just dropping it. You know what? He's doing it, but he's doing it for the money. And I'm not knocking him. I'm never going to put myself, I never want to put myself in that sort of predicament to where I have to drop 5 or 6 videos a day in order for us to be able to sustain the lifestyle that we live. No. I do this out of love. Do I make money from YouTube? Yeah, I make a little bit. I mean, it ain't like I'm, you see, I'm still out here, doing my thing at Papa John's. I'm not balling out of control. You see what I'm saying? I was probably doing better financially on YouTube a year ago. Matter of fact, I was doing better financially a year ago on YouTube than what I'm doing now. And I never fell off as far as I never stopped dropping videos. It's just the nature of the business, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, I've thought about that. Your mama's boyfriend. I've thought about just saying, man, forget these pizzas. I'm off parole now. Not that I was just staying there because I was on parole, but I'm off parole. Walked down a 34-year sentence. 34 years is what I had. I didn't even want to tell people that because I was so embarrassed by having 34 years. And, I walked the last almost 7 years off being out here on the streets. But nevertheless, I have thought about going full-time YouTube. I have. I would probably still do this a few days a week because YouTube, you get paid once a month. So, I don't know. I just want to do it because it's right. I don't want to be scrambling, sitting around like, man, what story am I going to tell today? Because like I was saying, my buddy, he has to make $12,000 to $15,000 a month. So any story, like he's having to drop videos, and what he does is he'll make the videos the day prior. He taught me some things, so he'll do the videos the day prior. Then the next day he'll have them scheduled. Okay, 8 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock or in the afternoon, 3 o'clock, and then like they're scheduled to go out. That's a great way if you can do that. All his videos are not 30 minutes or better, so it's interesting. Might go there eventually. I don't know. Maybe I should. I don't know. You ever work at a job and you just feel like you kind of wasting your time? I'm sure this is one of those things to where most people can relate to. Steve Hawkins, too many prison stories out there. Got to find a better niche. Exactly. See, the prison stories are so watered down. They're so watered down because everybody's doing it now. Then you got to realize people are making up stories because that money's coming in and that money's good. People love to hear these booty bandit stories. They love to hear these booty bandit stories, so guys are just consistently talking about... Let me turn my volume back up. My bad, y'all, my volume. So guys are just consistently talking about booty bandits, booty bandits, booty bandits. Because that's where the views are. Me, I don't have that many stories about booty bandits. I ran across a couple, but... And I'm going to give you the real, and I'm not hating on nobody because entertainment is entertainment. There's only so many prison stories you can tell. Let's be real. I don't care if you did 20 years in prison. There's only so many prison stories, true prison stories that you can tell. If you did 20 years and you do prison content every day, you're going to run out of stories. That's just that's just what it is. You know what I mean? I don't really like Antonio Walker. I agree with you. I don't really like the booty bandit stories, but I tell them because you have to give the reality of prison. It exists. You see it. It's definitely a real thing. But it's not what a lot of people are making it. It's not. On the other hand, when you start to see those YouTube checks and they $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 every month, and you telling yourself all you got to do is just jump in front of the camera and just talk for 12, 15, 17 minutes, people are going to do it. Me, it's just not my thing. I definitely could tell them type of stories if I wanted to, making up stories. It's not my thing. And again, I'm not knocking anybody. I don't want my life to be dependent upon YouTube. You know, if I get to the point to where I'm making $7,000, $8,000, $10,000 a month, guess what? I'm not even trying to touch none of that money. I'm gonna let it sit and let it sit and let it sit. Keep doing what I'm doing or whatever. And after about a year or so, now I can maneuver. I got a little bit of room. I guess, okay, now I can go invest this. I can go, but just have my life based upon what I make on YouTube every month to pay my mortgage, which I don't have a mortgage, but I'm gonna have one. You know, I'm getting married next year, and for y'all that didn't know, so you know, eventually I'm gonna have a mortgage or whatever. But no, I don't want my life based upon my numbers on YouTube. Is jail worse than prison? I think it is. I think jail is definitely worse than prison because before I get into that, somebody asked me, Bill-Z William, have you ever thought about starting your life in another country? No. Just now able to get a passport to go to another country. Yeah, I mean, Steve says, flip that guap. Exactly. For real. That's exactly what the plan is. I get to the point to where I'm making that money on YouTube, or when I get to the point to where I don't even have to touch this little YouTube money that I'm getting right now. Stack it, and then flip, you know what I'm saying? Legally, of course. And just grow. You know, I will always do YouTube because it's just something that I enjoy doing. I appreciate that, Larry. I appreciate that, Ray. You know what I mean? But yeah, we got to get that bread. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Is jail worse than prison? Yeah, I think that it is because this is what you got to realize about jail opposed to prison. Jail, you in a cell, typically, all the jail, locking people up is a business. So most of the time when you go to jail, it's overcrowded. You might be in a 10-man cell, and 18 people in the cell, 20 people. Very, very common. That means 10 people, 8 to 10 people are sleeping on the floor. They give you what are called, some people refer to them as Cadillacs. Some people refer to them as boats. Where you take your mat and you put it inside of it, and it got like the little sides, kind of like a hospital bed, but it's not the rails, but I don't know if a hospital bed was the best of examples, but the sides are probably about a foot high or whatnot, and you put your mat in there and you put your little belongings in there, but most of the time you don't even get that. You got a mat. Get it how you live. You're on the floor. 18, 20 people in a 10-man cell. You might have 2 phones. One of the phones may not work because dude can't reach his girl and he's so frustrated, he's banging the phone up against the wall so the phone don't work. You got one TV, one 13-inch TV, maybe a 19-inch TV. You got one toilet. You got one shower. Literally one shower. One person at a time can be in the shower. Got a couple of tables you can sit at, play cards or whatever. Write you a letter. And you locked in that cell a lot of times 24 hours a day. You're supposed to get an hour a day out for rec. A lot of times you don't even get that. And so what happens is you have so many people that are on top of each other in that little bitty space, and you frustrated. I'm going to give y'all a story. I've told this story before, but guess what? I'm going to tell it again. Y'all lay back, kick your feet up. If you like your 8 to 12 to 15-minute videos or lives or whatnot, salute to you. But at Real Kenz TV, it's 30 minutes of battle for the most part. So with all that being said, with all that being wrapped up into one big old nutshell, that is, pause. There is a message. I appreciate you, Dennis. Appreciate you, you know what I'm saying, stopping in. You always call me and check on me, and I appreciate it, man. So if I ever miss your call, it ain't nothing personal. I'm just be on the move a lot, but I definitely see you, man. Thank you for chiming in, checking me out, man, and we're gonna chop it up, man. You know what I mean? We're gonna definitely chop it up. But these kids hear this and they still love acting gangster. Absolutely. Who's that? Nene? Nene, do you love me? Are you riding? 1971. Like, yeah, they do. Because I guess a lot of people, they don't think it can happen to them. They don't think that it can happen to them until it happens to them. I'm going to give y'all a prime example of why the county jail is just so, it's dangerous, man. Like I said, there's no room. You're supposed to get wrecked, and you don't even get wrecked half the time, and it's loud all night long. It stinks. Got dudes that don't want to get in the shower, but that's a no-no because they forced to get in the shower. Ain't no alligators in there. That's what they saying. Cause there ain't no alligators in there, man. I ain't gonna bite you. Get on in that shower, man. Or you gonna get on the door. I ain't never put nobody on the door. I was never that guy in prison. I was never that, I was hustling in prison. I can say this now. I was getting my money, a couple times, not every time. Got in plenty of fights. Won some, lost some. But I was never that guy that was, just making it seem like I was just a yard dog or a yard boss or shot caller. Nah, never that. But I was always respected, though, because guess what? They know I'm going to throw them things, man, and whatever happens, happens. You know what I'm saying? Whatever happens, happens. I need to go back. You right, though, Antonio. A lot of my videos that I was telling early on, where I wasn't getting that many views, 70 views, 40 views, and I'm thankful for that. But I'm just simply saying, early on, I wasn't getting a whole lot of views. I have thought about just going back and just retelling those stories that a lot of people haven't even heard. But in this particular situation, I was in Beattyville, Kentucky. Beattyville, Kentucky. It's called Three Forks Regional Jail. It's not a very, when it comes to black people, it's not a very, they didn't have a lot of black people down there. A whole lot of racists down there. Three Forks Regional Jail. Beattyville, Kentucky. AKA Lee County. So I'm in a cell, and they had a woman, and her name was, they called her Granny. Wasn't really her name, but that's what everybody called her. Three Forks Regional Jail was a jail. Okay, so in Kentucky, you don't always go to prison. I don't care if you got 10 years, 12 years, 15 years. If you're a low-level inmate like myself, it's not violent, you may go to a place like Three Forks Regional Jail in Beattyville, Kentucky, which means they can house you there as long as you have less than, 24 months to see the parole board. So say, for instance, you had a 30-year sentence. Well, in Kentucky, as long as it's not violent, you do 20% of your time before you go up for parole. Don't mean you're going to make parole. Just means you do 20% of your time before you go up for parole. 30-year sentence, you're going to do 6 years. Say you already did a year and a half in the county jail fighting your case. Then you went to prison for like, 3 years. Now you, within a year and a half of seeing the parole board, they could send you to a jail, a county jail like Three Forks Regional Jail. I've seen it. I've seen people come from the yard to a county jail like that. It's awful. We're going to talk about that just as well. It's terrible. To come from the yard to a county jail, that's something that you don't want to do. You don't want to go to prison, period. And so I'm at this jail, and this was one of the times I didn't go to prison. I was doing everything I could do to get to prison without catching another case. I did not want to be there. I get up in the morning, and you had Granny, as I was telling you all. Granny was about 90. Granny had to have been about 90 years old. The long way 365, I appreciate it. Somebody made these for me. I'm supposed to be coming out with my own line. Really, I've been on some BS, man. I got to get to it. But I appreciate that. Sweet James checking in live. Houston Texans in the building. Showing some love. Can't wait until you get your 100,000 followers, bro. I can't wait either, and I appreciate it. We can get there, but it takes a village. I just need y'all to share, like, comment, subscribe, all of that. We gonna get there. We gonna make it. Lose the shades. Okay, you know I'm trolling. I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind a little trolling. But nah. In all seriousness, Granny was about 90 years old, and she did the breakfast and the lunch, sometimes the dinner. A lot of times in these jails and in these prisons, they use food services such as Airmark, or Airmark's the main one in the Kentucky prisons. Calewell. It's the bottom of the barrel. Airmark prepares meals for the White House, but it's the upper echelon of meals. They refer to prisoners as scum of the earth. Meals are going to be very, very minimal. Very, very limited. For the most part, very, very nasty. But this jail, they didn't use that. Granny would, they had the food or whatever, and she would cook it. This particular morning, for breakfast, they was having pancakes. She make the big old pancakes. Drewski, what it do? What's good? What's good? I'm glad my Lieutenant State Trooper father brought me up right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because everybody don't come up the right way. You know what I mean? Everybody don't come up the right way. And it shows. So this particular morning, they had the big old pancakes. You're going to get 2, maybe 3 big pancakes. She believed in feeding the inmates. It was one of those situations to where it was about 16, 17 of us in the cell. They had the sausage, the little patties, the little circular, sausage patties. Biscuits and gravy. Like, she really, really did it up. I got up and I went to the bathroom because when they call child, everybody runs to the door. There's going to be so many people at the door. I'm like, man, I use the bathroom first thing in the morning when she get up, so I go to the door or whatever. Or I go to the bathroom while everybody's at the door. And When I come back from the bathroom, they done feeding. It don't take long to feed. They pop the door open, give everybody a tray or whatever. Man, you all, everybody don't always wake up for breakfast. Some mornings I don't get up for breakfast. Pancake days, biscuits and gravy days. Certain days I would get up, but certain days I don't want it. So I come back from the bathroom and I see that they done already gave all the trays out. They done, the food cart, they done moved on to the next cell or whatever. I'm like, damn, that was fast. I'm looking around for my tray. I don't see my tray, because typically if there's an extra tray or whatever, it'll be set on the table, like if they know somebody's in the bathroom or something like that. So I'm like, Granny wasn't a man. Granny was nice, man. Granny, like I said, she had to be in her late 80s, early 90s, and she was cool. She was cool. Everybody loved Granny. There's no way she's still alive at this point. I mean, possibly, but I very, very highly doubt it. But nevertheless, so I look around. Like I said, when you don't get your tray, hey, I ain't getting my tray. It's like 5:30 in the morning. Hey, I ain't getting my tray. Nobody say nothing. I'm looking around. Damn, who got extra tray? Prison trays are thick. They like 2 inches thick, 2.5, 3 inches thick. I'm looking around to see who got my tray, and I see Big Fife. Big Fife was the biggest dude in the cell. White dude. Probably 5'11". Nah. Wasn't 5'11". I can't give Big Fife 5'11". About 6 foot. Black hair. Like a little thin beard. He was a barber, so he stayed groomed or whatever. Big dude, man. Big Fife weighed over 300 pounds, man. But he wasn't like sloppy with it. He was just a big dude. Maybe 280. I don't know. I see Big Fife, and he got both trays stacked. Like he's eating one tray, but he got my tray underneath it. I'm like, I go over to him. Now, me and Big Fife, we had been cool, but we had fell out about a poker game. It was my fault on the poker game. It was my fault. It wasn't no cheating or anything like that, but I did some stuff that I shouldn't have done as far as etiquette. You know what I mean? Like as far as like I drug him through the mud. I had a made hand I couldn't lose, and me and him was cool. We wasn't cool, but we was cool enough to where, okay, I got a made hand. I can't lose. I'm checking to you every time. He felt as though that was disrespectful. Well, really, to be honest, now that I think about it, I wasn't wrong, because if I'm checking to you, you raising me. I'm just calling you. You the one raising the pot. I'm checking. Check. For y'all that don't know anything about poker, but if you do know, then you understand. I got a made hand. I could have put you all in. Check. Check. You the one that kept raising the pot. Anyway, I ended up winning the pot. He was mad. He drug me through the mud. I thought we was cool. I was like, bro, you the one that kept raising the pot? You could have just, turned your hand over just out of, etiquette or whatever. Nevertheless, he wasn't happy with that. That was his last. I didn't realize at the time that it was his last, because Fife, like his mother would send him nice money, $150 a week, $200 a week, way more than everybody else had. I guess he had some sort of grudge from that. Big Fife, I ain't getting my tray. Big Fife, I ain't getting my tray. Well, I guess you ain't eating then. Wow. You can feel the tension in the air. Again, it's 5:30 in the morning. Everybody's quiet. It's not loud or anything. I look down. Big Fife got his boots on. I just got my little shower shoes on or whatever. I'm like, all right. I go to my cell. Well, I go to not my cell. I go to my little bunk area or whatever. I had a bottom bunk. Because we're in an open dorm like an army barracks. Like I said, there's 16, 17, 18 people in there. For whatever reason, Big Fife never felt the need to turn around to see what I was doing when I walked back to my bunk area. I put my tennis shoes on, because we could have, our own shoes in there. And I walked back to the table where he was at, probably about 10 feet away. Didn't say anything, didn't make a big fuss about it, didn't do anything of the sorts. I just politely took my hand, knocked both of his, matter of fact, I ended up knocking somebody else's tray off the table inadvertently. And I told him, I guess you ain't eating either, big boy. Big Fife jumped up. We went to battle. We went to war, man. I'm talking about, man, we went to war. And this big son bitch, man, he knew how to use his hands, man. He was big, but he knew how to use his hands, man. And we fought hard. I'm talking about we fought hard. The COs, they ended up coming in because, like, everything is glass. So, like, we can see out, but they have the tent to where, even though we can see, like, silhouettes, but they have the tent to where when you're looking out, that's all you can see, but they can look in and see everything that's going on. They came in and they called a signal 7. Now, it wasn't called a signal 7 there, but a signal 7 is pretty much, stop what you're doing and get here now. I don't even remember what unit we was in. Let's just say 301. Signal 7 and 301. Signal 7 and 301. That's all you hear over the loudspeaker. It means it's a fight. It's a fact. It ain't nothing but it's me, and then there's another black dude in there. But he ain't black like me. You know what I mean? He black, but I think he was from that area. I think he was from the Hollers. Shout out to the Hollers. But he wasn't you know what I mean? It's a shame that we have to go through that and say these things, but it's just the truth. Like, he wasn't trying to, if something had jumped off, he wasn't going to jump in and help me. So he was a different type of black. Just like you heard, signal 7 and 301, signal 7 and 301. COs come in. They break the fight up. I didn't win, I ain't lose. He didn't win, he didn't lose. We both fought hard, man. I was leaking, he was leaking. But he had respect for me. I already respected Big Fife. I liked Big Fife. He was just tripping, man. It wasn't really that big of a deal. Went to the hole for a couple of days. They let us both out or whatever. But those are the dangers that happen in the county jail because, again, there's no room. See, once you get to prison is a whole new ball game. County jails, you don't have contact visits. I don't care if your people drive 5 hours. They're going to give you 15. For 5 hours, you'll get about 30 minutes. You talking to your people. Yeah, it was a tie. It was about a tie. I'm not going to sit up here and act like I whooped Big Fife because I didn't, but he didn't whoop me either. Talking to your people through a glass on a phone. Phones turn off at 10:30, 10:45. Like I said, it's loud. Treat you like crap. Some days the commissary lady, she was married to like one of the I think a captain or a lieutenant in the jail, so she did whatever she wanted to do. She was mad certain days. She wouldn't give us commissary, so we gotta wait a whole new I was looking at Antonio Walker's he said a whole new world. We gotta wait a whole week to go to commissary. Just blatantly abusing their authority. These things don't ride in prison. They don't. They'll burn it down. Burning it down. They'll burn that motherfucker down. It's just in prison you get your contact visits, 2-3 hours guaranteed. Go play basketball. You're on the yard several hours out of the day. You get jogging suits, tennis shoes, CD players. You have your own TV. radios. Now, all of these things you have to purchase, so if you don't have the money, then you can't get these things. But if you do have the money, put your own headphones on so it just takes you in your own world. You got some gorillas in prison. You definitely got some gorillas in prison. But you got gorillas in the county jail just as well. So I would say any day I'd rather not be in either. But if I had to be, I'd rather be in prison than at county jail. It's awful. County jail is absolutely awful. We can do a Q&A. Y'all feel free to ask me anything. Shit, we're gonna rock out. We definitely gonna rock out. I enjoy the lower level and rotary farm stories the best. Yeah. Because that's where I did the majority of my time. I ain't been behind the walls for like I probably did 11 years in the Kentucky Department of Corrections, and I was probably only behind the walls with the lions, tigers, bears, gorillas, goons, and hyenas, and probably out of 11 years, I started off at Lee County at North Point, maybe 2 years. I can conduct myself anywhere, but I'm gonna say about 2 years. The rest, I'm at camps or jails. Either way it goes, you still away from home. You still away from your family. You still, it's very, very difficult when people put themselves in a situation in which they're incarcerated and they're away from everybody. It's difficult, and it can put you in a state of mind to where when you come home, you just bitter. You know, you're bitter. And you mad at the world, but the world didn't put you there. You see what I'm saying? You put yourself there. Daniel Skelp, how do you feel about the Folio killers, and do you feel the girl got away with it? See, so for y'all that are not familiar, I'll just give you a brief. So Folio was a aspiring rapper. He was a rapper, but he was really trying to ascend and blow up or whatever. And he was in they out of Florida. I think Jacksonville, I want to say. Shout out to Jacksonville. Shout out to Florida. And he had beef. He had been shot up a couple times or whatever. So he had a birthday party, and they was going live and posting they the addy, the address, their location, whatever. Dudes ran down on him and gunned him down. So they caught him. It wasn't that hard, wasn't that difficult to catch him or whatever. And so they all got like major time. I think they got life. I think they all got life, or if it wasn't life, it's basically life, because in Florida there's no parole. So give me just a second. Shout out to Yellow Tablet Talk. Give me just a second. I got you, bro. Okay, so they got a life sentence. But the young lady, I think she only got like 15 years. So one of the defendants, I know at least one, was like, Your Honor, I don't understand how I got all this time, we getting all of this time, but she only got 15 years. How is that? I'm not understanding of that. See, young people, you got to understand this. First of all, the judge don't even owe you an answer. The judge was just very, very cordial with him and being understanding, but the judge don't have to give you an explanation. You done already been convicted. You done already been convicted by a jury. No one has to explain to you why she only got 15 years. First of all, they gave her 15 years because she probably most likely cooperated. She helped the case. And it was less likely that crime would have occurred if it wasn't for you all. See, they look at these things. They measure these things. Okay, what is your what you call it, culpability? I think that's what it's called. In this case, crimes in cahoots. It's less likely that she would have went and done these things on her own if it wasn't for you all. You know, when you make the decision to commit a crime, especially taking somebody's life, you have to really, really think about that. First of all, you just shouldn't do it. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so the judge was bound by the law to give them life. So evidently it must have been an automatic, like in Louisiana, for example. Once you're convicted of second-degree murder, it's automatic life. There is no, well, the judge is bound by the law. So in this particular situation, I appreciate that, Daniel Skill. The judge was bound by the law to give them this sentence because they went to trial and they lost. Like I said, the girl, she had already worked out a deal with the prosecution. There's no fair when it comes to the law, Johnny Law, especially when it comes to unaliving somebody. You all went out of y'all's way to unalive this young man. Now I understand it was beef. I got the moderator in the house, April 5081 was good. Louisville 502. Shout out to April. Louisville, Kentucky's in the building. Are you not entertained? But yeah, it's unfortunate that they feel the need to drive however many hours away that they drove. Because I know Florida's huge. What was it, like 4 hours away they drove? Something like that. And unalived, okay, Lexington to Paducah distance. Okay, so about 4 hours. 3.5, 4 hours to unalive this young man on his birthday. And then now y'all crying before the judge that you're getting too much time. How much time do you think that you're supposed to get? I don't know exactly what they think that they were supposed to get. Lives is over with. In their 20s, man. There's no parole in Florida. See, in Kentucky, if you get a life sentence, it don't mean life. Not always. You get a life sentence in Kentucky, and you do 12 years and you go up for parole. It used to be 8. Do 12 years, as long as it's non-violent, you go up for parole. With a life sentence. Or if you got 20 to life, you do 20 years, go up for parole. I know a few people. I know a guy that I'm going to bring, I promise you. We're doing an interview and he's just waiting on me. He's out on parole right now with a life sentence. Was on death row. Started on death row. He didn't beat the case, but what happened was they had to come back and vacate that sentence because allegedly, even though he was convicted, but allegedly he hired a hitman to unalive somebody. I'm gonna bring y'all this interview. Allegedly he hired a hitman to unalive somebody, and the guy turned on him. He got a life sentence that did the actual unaliving. He got a life sentence. But the guy that allegedly hired him got a death penalty. Can't do that. Can't give me a greater sentence from the individual that committed the crime. Now, I don't know if they've changed the law since then, but that's how he was able to get out from under the death. But he was on death row. His wife never left him. Rocked with him the whole time. Went from death row to life. Got that life overturned. And he got a regular life. First it was life without parole. Then I think he ended up just getting a regular life. He's out right now. Did about 23, 24 years. But he's out right now. He's in his 50s. I'm going to bring y'all that interview. Just can't. It's never worth to take somebody's life. It's never worth it. Nobody did nothing to your kids. Ain't nobody. And even if somebody does something to your kids, you got to think about this. Because we all know what we want to do, right? But if somebody does something to your child and you got 2, 3, 4 other kids over here, what about them? You got to still be out here for them. It's crazy. But you must think about the things that you do, because it's not a video game. I tell young people all the time, it's not a video game. There's no reset button. There's no, hold on, I messed up. Man, them people will lock you up and throw away the key, literally. Go home like, you know how much time the judges give out on a daily basis? Federal judges, and they just go home and, hey, honey, I'm home, and play with the dog and play with the grandkids, and you done just gave out 600 years today. But we gotta quit putting ourselves in front of the judges and giving them the opportunity to do these things, because it's bad. It's bad, man. They're gonna give you that time. And when they give it to you, mama can't help you. Mama can't help you. When you calling your moms from, you know, we have a lot of these parents now. We have a lot of parents now that are too friendly with their kids. Yeah, it's cool to, you know, to have a good relationship with your kids, but the kids is telling the parents what to do these days. And I've spoke upon this prior. The kids are telling the parents what to do. Nah, mom, I want this to eat. Nah, mom, I don't eat that. Nah, mom, I don't like these shoes. Nah, mom, I don't like that outfit. A lot of times ain't no dad in the household. Nah, mom, I don't want to go to this school. Nah, mom, I know that you done spent thousands and thousands of dollars on me for baseball, or, you know, and putting in time and traveling and things like that, but I don't want to play baseball no more. Kids are telling the parents what to do, and it's just it baffles me. When you're dealing with I'm gonna just say my particular situation. Prior to being engaged, you know, and this is no knock on her, but just I'm gonna just put it like this. So some of the women that I mess with, like it's very, very, when you're dealing with a woman that has kids, you have kids, so she's dealing with you just as well. But typically the woman's gonna be the primary, you know, the parent. The kids is gonna live with her, and you know, she's gonna be the primary, you know, caregiver. And a lot of women do great jobs, so let me put that out there. But you just see certain things. Y'all remember the movie Baby Boy? And Jody was so spoiled by his mom. He was a mama's boy. That's what a lot of these kids are. And then when you have a man that comes into the house, such as Melvin, the kid don't really like it because he's not really going for the same thing that the mother goes for. I seen kids, man, sons talk crazy to their mothers. And I'm right there, and I'm feeling like a chump because I really want to get up and say something like, hey, man, I want to go through what Melvin went through. This is your mama, but this is my woman, and you're going to respect her. But I already know what that's going to lead to. So a lot of times I just found myself just falling back, and I didn't say anything. And the one time that I did say something, it was like I was the bad guy. I'm trying to protect you. That's my job, to protect you. That's my job, to protect you. You sitting over here cussing your mama out? The same mama that co-signed for you to get this car? The same mama that forgave you for wrecking her other car? The same mama that done spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for you to go to these baseball camps and football camps? The same mother that's done all of these wonderful things for you when your daddy ain't never been in the picture. Never. And now he's out of jail. And he comes around and because he's been around for a year or so, and you want to disrespect the person that never turned her back on you? And I'm sitting there and I'm knowing these things and I'm listening and I'm hearing it. As a man, hey, bro, you need to respect your mama, man. You need to respect your mama, bro. You ain't my daddy. I'm not trying to be your daddy, little nigga. But what you gonna do is respect your mama while I'm around. I don't do no fighting, Kenz. I know what that means. I don't do no fighting. I ain't trying to fight you. But I understand what that means. When a kid says so, or anybody, I don't do no fight, they gon', they talking about blasting. These are the things that you deal with. And it's difficult. It's difficult. Because you want everything to be smooth in the household. You're not trying to come into the household and take over, but you got to realize that when you coming into a household with kids and they're already in their teens or 11, 12, or whatever, the foundation has already been laid. And you coming in and you trying to give a little structure to the home, but you don't want to step on anybody's toes. But at the same time, you can't allow things to just be the way that they are. Especially you done moved in, you paying bills, and that makes it difficult. Because the mother, a lot of times, she's gonna take it for the kid. She's gonna, like in my case, why are you talking to him like that? You didn't have to say that. Did you not just hear what he said to me? Sometimes you got to let him know, man. You want to be a man? Okay, listen, I ain't put my hands on him. But guess what ended up happening? Let's talk about it. From that little disagreement, it was nasty when he licked his bald head. He had him in the headlock. Yeah, that was on some. He was on some other right there. And so he ended up telling his dad. That I put hands on him. Never touched him. We were never face to face. Never. He was laying on the couch the whole time. Never got close to him, anything like that. So he tells his dad that I put hands on him. Tells his punk ass daddy that I fought him like a man. I'm at the gas station one day. I'm at the Kroger gas station. Sitting there waiting in line to pay for my gas. I heard somebody say, "What's up, nigga?" I ain't thinking nothing of it. "What's up, nigga?" Got a little loud. I turn around. I see his dad. Like, "You talking to me?" He was like, "Yeah, I'm talking to you." I'm like, "What's up?" I pay for my gas. I walk over towards him. We probably a good... He's at the pump closest to the little station where you pay at or whatever. So I want to say we probably a good 12, 13 feet away. Maybe 10 feet, something like that. I'm walking over, close to him or whatever. And he was like, "What's up with you putting your hands on my son?" I got a band around my stomach area, my whole midsection area. Because mid-age one, I appreciate that. Please keep the live up. I'm gonna watch in the morning. Absolutely, it'll be here for you. Thank you for chiming in. So I got like the little thing wrapped around me. I just had surgery, a hernia. I had umbilical a hernia, lifting all them weights in the pen and just unnecessary heavy lifting. So I had the surgery, and at that point, I think it was like my first day out where I could drive. I couldn't even drive for like the first week, 8 days, 9 days. A hernia surgery is terrible, y'all. If you have it, you got to get it done. You got to get it done. Like I said, mine was in my belly, but surgery really wasn't nothing. It was the recovery. You have surgery, you sleep. So don't be afraid to go to the doctor and get surgery with it. I was asleep. I ain't know nothing, but just the recovery. Can't barely walk, can't pick anything up. It's terrible. Never really knew how much I used my abs. I'm starting to get aggressive in my voice. I could tell that my voice, I'm starting to... He's standing in front of the car window. So he slides to the side. When he slides to the side, I see a YN on the passenger side. Now, this dude got like 11 kids. I don't know if it was one of his sons. I don't know who it was, but it was a YN passenger side. It was summertime, but the dude had on a black hoodie. A black hoodie. We're in the middle of probably I had my surgery in May. So this was late May, early June. I want to say June. It looked as though he was ready at any given time to take the commands of the dude that was talking about, you put your hands on my son, nigga. So we talking. Not really getting too loud, but it's more so like, man, I ain't touch your son. You calling my son a liar, man? I'm telling you, I ain't touch your son, bro. However you want to handle it, and I didn't see. This is where my mouth will get me in trouble at times. However you want to handle it, we can handle it. But I'm gonna tell you like this: I did not touch your son. I ain't never put my hands on your son. Never. All of a sudden, the conversation it turns. But I had a feeling that at any given time he could have told Youngin in the passenger side, "Hey man, blast this fool, man." I really felt that way. So I started to somewhat, you know what I'm saying, like just simmer my attitude down, if it makes any sense to you, because that was the first thing I couldn't win. Secondly, I could barely even, you know what I mean, I'm coming out of surgery, so we talking, man. We ended up talking for like 10 minutes. He was like, man, I kind of knew my son wasn't telling me the truth. He was like, because I ain't never known you to be that. And I was like, bro, I ain't never put my hands on little dude, man. He said, man, we had a disagreement one time because, you know, he was disrespecting his mama or whatever, and then I had been seeing it, so I said something. So he was like, hey, bro, I respect you for that, man. Anytime that, you know, he's getting out of line, man, I know that you know, you got nothing but good intentions for him or whatever, so, yeah, don't let him get away with that. And that's how that situation just kind of played out. But you got to be very, very careful, man, because, like I said, there's nothing wrong with dealing with a woman that has kids, because we have kids. But it can get dangerous at times. And I'm going to tell you, we all think that our kid, oh, no, not my kid. Yes, your kid. Kid's a lie. If you agree with me, y'all jump in the comment section and let it be known that kids are manipulative and they lie. I'm not calling them liars, but I'm saying kids will lie. Partner named Sean. Sean was my dog, man. Sean was an athlete coming up. I'm talking about he was one of those guys that he was just faster than everybody else, bigger than everybody else, stronger than everybody else. I thought this dude was gonna go to the Olympics. He was so fast. I lied as a kid. Yeah, a lot of times we do lie. So that's why I hate when a mother says, "Oh well," or when a father says, "Either or." My kids don't like you, I can't be with you. Kids will lie. They're manipulative. Sean was dealing with a young lady, same situation I was in. And for whatever reason, the son did not like Sean. But it wasn't so much that he didn't like Sean, he wanted to live with his dad. He was of age to where he wanted to live with his dad. And he would say anything that he could potentially or possibly say, rather, to go and stay with his dad. I think Sean told him one time to clean his room up or something like that before he went out of the house, because the mother had told him, hey, don't let him out of his house if he ain't clean his room up, whatever. Son was about 9 years old, 10 years old. He took it the wrong way. Went and told his dad that Sean put hands on him, whooped him. Sean's walking down the street one day. I don't know if he didn't have a car at the time, I don't know, but he's walking down the street. It's a main road. The daddy's driving down the street and he sees Sean. Hits him with the car. Boom! Sean never even seen him coming. Hits him with the car. Gets out of the car. Sean's laying over in the grass, man. He's messed around. He just got hit by a car. Now, dude had slowed down, because if he didn't, he probably would have unalived him. But he did enough damage when he hit him with that car. He's laying over in the grass. Put your hands on my son, huh? missed beating the brakes off of him. I mean, he beat the brakes off of Sean. It was so bad to where they had Sean in a coma for Sean was in a coma. I think it was like an induced coma, but nevertheless, it was still a coma for like 2 weeks, week and a half, bleeding on his brain like he was messed around. Ended up coming out of it. Sean's never quite been the same since then. He ended up coming out of it. The daddy ended up getting, what did he get, 15 years? I think they gave him 15 years. Had to do 85% of his time. And guess what? Sean never laid a hand on that kid. Sean never laid a hand on that kid. See, a lot of times, I think it's deeper than just what a kid says. I don't know if the dude wanted the young lady back. He out now. He had 15 years. He had to do 85%. He did like 12 years, 12 and a half. He's out. In the meanwhile, Sean has never really gotten back all the way how he quite was. It's a messed up situation, man. Because you want to listen to your kids and you need to listen to your kids. But again, kids will lie. Kids are manipulative. I just pray that I'm never ever in that sort of situation. Well, I'm engaged now, so I'm it's not for me. But at the same time, anybody can go through something like that. Another story. Told this story on my channel just as well a long time ago, probably 2 years ago. Similar situation. Son wants to live with his dad. Stepdad comes into the house. They actually got married. Structure in the house. Look, you gonna clean your room up. You gonna mind your mother. We're not doing the talking back and screaming and hollering. We're, putting structure in the home. Because again, a lot of times with kids, man, there's no structure in the home. When there's not a fatherly figure in the house. Sometimes it is. I'm not saying that every woman, but I'm just saying, like, when you're a single mother, you're doing everything on your own. You can't be in all these places at once. So that's all that I'm saying. I commend all the single mothers out there. All the mothers, period. But when that kid is used to doing whatever they want to do, and then somebody comes into the house and he's not necessarily making it to where you can't do what you want to do, but it's just going to be some rules. You got a 14, 15-year-old son. Why are we paying $50, $60 a week to get this grass cut? Nah, you going to get out there and cut the grass. I'm going to show you how to cut the grass. We going to cut the grass. Together, I'm going to show you how to do these things. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what a man really comes in and does. All that well, he don't like grass, and he's alert, man. Unless he's medically allergic to it for real. And you're going to get out there and cut this grass, man. And I'm going to show you how to do it, so there's no excuses. Well, he wants Burger King, and she wants Long John Silver's, and he wants... No, we're not doing that. Maybe every once in a while it's cool. We're not doing that. Because kids don't run the show. They don't. You come in and you bring in that foundation and that structure, because later on they're going to appreciate you for it. But I can't stand this dude, man. He's mean. Little kid, man, was telling his dad, because again, he wanted to go live with his dad. He had a sister. And he tells the dad that the stepdad that was literally married to his mother put hands on her. Like 3 different times. Stepdad never touched him. Never even raised his voice at him. May have said something, little Matthew, and your mother told you to clean your room up. Go and clean your room up, or the video game is mine. You're not going to hang out with your friends over the weekend. All she's asking you to do is clean your room up. That. I want somebody to give my kid, my daughters, if I'm not around, I'm not with the mothers, structure. Don't let them just get away with anything. You see them in the wrong, you get on them. You let it be known. No, you're wrong. Don't just let them get away with it. But a lot of people don't have that it takes a village mentality, sort of attitude that you know, the way that we came up, a lot of us came up, it takes a village. Man, I came up, man, the neighbors you might get a whooping by the neighbors. Now, they ain't gonna beat you. Then you come home thinking your mom's gonna do something. Mama. Well, what did you do? Didn't he tell you keep your ass off at the roof? I used to have a bad habit. I'm jumping on garages and jumping from one roof to the next. And I had one Mr. Barker. He had told me several times, if I catch you one more time, I'm going to give you a paddling. And I got caught on that roof probably the third or fourth time, and he paddled me. And I ran home and told my mom, think my mom was going to go. Didn't he tell you stay off the roof? Keep your ass off that roof. See, we don't have that these days now. If that happened now, parents ready to get their gun and go over and shoot everything up. You catch my child doing something that they not supposed to be doing, guess what? Get on them. He tells the dad. But he made it so much to where, you know what I mean, like the dude was just really beating him. The stepdad. He waits on the stepdad to come home one day. And his intentions were to just talk to him. He just wanted to talk to him. But I guess once he seen him and the adrenaline, I don't know what it was. He had a shotgun in the car with him. Emotions took over and he wasn't really thinking in his right frame of mind. This dude wasn't no criminal. He had never been in jail or nothing like it. Boom! He starts firing at the dude. You put your hands on my son. Boom! He's firing at the dude. The dude's running. The stepdad's running. He don't know what's going on. He's running to the side of the house. The dad gets out of the car, fires like 4 or 5 more times. Well, 2 or 3 more times, rather. A total of 4 or 5 shots. Of course, the neighbors, they call the police. Broad daylight. He in prison right now. Wanting endangerment because you fired all of those shots. There was other people around that could have, you know what I mean, been affected, been hit, been injured. Attempted murder. I think he ended up getting, I have to go back and I think he ended up getting like 13, 14 years. 85%. That's violent. And guess what came out? He finally told his mother. He felt ashamed. He grew up a couple years later. He felt bad. He apologized. He never put his hands on me. So all of that, a person got one time to put their hands on my kid. Don't just jump to conclusions. Don't jump the gun. Because kids will lie. We lied. So you think your kids are not going to lie? We lied. No, plenty. I ain't lying on nobody like that, but I'm saying it happens. Cool Cat Winnie says, structure, you're definitely right. Kids nowadays want to sit in the crib, play video games, talk on the phone. That's why a lot of them are so antisocial now. Yeah. Exactly. But you got to understand this too, though. That's all they know. That's all they know. You tell certain kids, go outside and play. Go outside and play. What? 85, 90 degrees outside. Do you understand that when I was a kid, I was going to break my neck to get outside and be outside all day? Because my parents, my grandmother, you ain't running in and out of this house. Once you go out, you out. Unless you got to use the bathroom or you get you something to drink or something like that. Once you go out of this house, you out. You ain't running in and out of this house all day. And we out of the house at 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, all the way till dark, other than coming in to eat and, you know, things of that nature, and loved it. But see, it's just a different time now. Kids don't have what up, Bill? Bill's in the house. Bill Caven. Shout out to Nebraska. Kids don't have an opportunity to really be kids now because they don't know what they missed. Saturday morning after cartoons, like you said, Your mama boyfriend? Man, I'm out. Cartoon me was wrestling. I love to watch wrestling. Saturday mornings, I'm watching wrestling. I watch a little cartoon, but I was a wrestling guy. I'm outside all day long. But you got to understand, James McIlvain's in the building. What's up, boy? Salute to James McIlvain. But you got to understand that the video games then we had Atari. Then Nintendo came along, Sega and all. But even with that, we weren't in the house all day long playing video games. We want to be outside riding our bikes, playing basketball, football, hang go seat, chasing the girls around the neighborhood. I lived in one of them type of neighborhoods to where it was a whole lot of kids like wanted to be outside. Those were the days. Drinking water out of the water hose. Oh man, you really took me back. Drinking water out of the water hose. So when we say that kids these days, you definitely stayed in a child's place. You better not interrupt no adults when they talking. You run up on an adult conversation and they talking and you interrupt without at least saying excuse me, and a lot of times that didn't even work. Kids don't have an opportunity to be kids because they don't know there's too much now. Social media, technology, so they know they never will miss something. You can't miss something that you didn't have. So they're going to look at you crazy like, what? Outside all day? Like, seriously? Y'all stayed outside and it was hot and y'all? Yeah. And couldn't wait till the next day to go outside again. Couldn't wait till the next day to do it all over again. Shootings and beefing and man, it wasn't none of that. Now, yeah, you may get in a fight with somebody. It may be a problem. But y'all gonna be right back cool. A couple hours later, y'all cool. The next day, y'all cool again. You got certain areas in the town. I ride through certain neighborhoods or whatever. I ride through the east side or the west side of Kentucky. Or Lexington, rather. Still got kids at the park. They outside playing, hooping, and but it'll never be the same. Too many distractions. Too much, I don't know. I like social media. I'm not in love with it. I know that I'm old-fashioned when it comes to that. I do Facebook. I do YouTube. I'm on Instagram, but I'm not really... I need to get my numbers up on Instagram. I just don't really upload on Instagram like that. I don't know. It's just this whole social media thing. It's like it's somewhat like... It's convenient. It's very convenient. I was always a big sports fan coming up. Love the NBA. Love Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, all those guys. But when they play the late game, you don't even know what the score was. You don't even know who won. I ain't have cable coming up. So guess what? You don't even find out if your team won until the next day. You don't even know if your team won until the next day. And then when you get the newspaper and you look, and if the game was too late, it's going to say N beside it. The game ended too late before the paper printed or whatever. So you don't even know if your team won. No, we didn't have the convenience that we have now. You meet a young lady, you get her phone number. You call her house. She got the answer machine. You see what I'm saying? Like all of these, like now everything, we live in a microwave world. Everything is just boom. Antonio Walker, we used to have fun. We used to make fun. Absolutely. Absolutely. You got to make fun. You got to you had to create your own entertainment, and you did it. And it was cool. Get to spend the night with one of your best friends, or they get to spend the night with you, and like it was cool back then. Now, I'm not saying it's not cool now, because I don't want to sound like the old guy to where technology, I'm not advancing with technology. I don't want to sound like that. Appreciate that, your mama boyfriend. Appreciate that. I definitely do. Super chat. Super thanks. Your mama picking up the phone while you on it. Oh my God. And Steve, right, with no money. We ain't have no money. You might scrounge up 50 cents, 75 cents, $1, maybe go to the store and get you, you know what I'm saying, a little Faygo pop or the little juices that came in a little plastic jug and a bottle of a bag of chips and a little candy bar for 75 cents, $1, something like that. But we ain't had no money. But like your mama boyfriend says, your mama picking up the phone. Oh my God, man, you know how many times my mama embarrassed me? She pick up the phone, I'm on the phone. I need to make a phone call. You tying up my line. Oh my God, it was so many times that I done fell asleep on the phone, talking to my girl, whatever. You hang up, nah, you hang up, nah, you hang up. We done messed around and fell asleep on the phone. Phone been off the hook all night long. My mama wake up and see the phone. Oh my God, I wasn't getting whoopings at that point because these are my teenage years. A teenage love. Don't hurt me again. I used to get cussed the hell out. Had a phone in the kitchen. I thought I was smart. I went to the store and bought like a real long cord, right? My mama would go to sleep. She always slept with her door closed. So once I knew she was asleep, I'd take that cord because I didn't want to sit in the kitchen and talk on the phone. Plus, my mama might hear me being in the kitchen. I want to be in my bed, comfortable, whatever, talking to my girl. What's up, baby? I can't wait to see you at school tomorrow. I can't wait to see you on the playground tomorrow, whatever. You know what I mean? Maybe not the playground because I was, probably 13, 14 years old. But nevertheless, there is a message. I done went and got this long cord, hooked the long cord into the wall, run it to my room, hook it to my phone that I got, and I'm on the phone, we talking. My mom got a bathroom in her room, so she really don't have a reason to you know what I mean, come out of the room. I'm taking chances though, because what if she gets thirsty? What if she does come out of the room? But off the time she didn't. And I'd be on the phone with my girl. 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, we've been fed asleep. My mom wake up for work or just wakes up or whatever and sees the phone off the hook, would go bonkers. Anybody could have been trying to call me. And you got this phone off the hook. And it's back in the day to where I don't even know. I think we had call waiting back then. But this is when you had like the little gray boxes. The boxes, the call waiting. The call ID boxes. That's when Star 69 and Star 67 and all that came about. Mom was going crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Being in the woods, playing Rambo. Yep, we did all of that too. Jumping in the creek, catching crawdads, and like you said, playing Rambo, and man, we did all of that stuff. Those were the days. Those were the days where when you was a kid, you could really, really genuinely be a kid and have fun. Back in the day, 3-way got you caught up. That silent partner on the phone, man. 3-way calling back in the day. Hell, it'll get you caught up down. Call him on 3-way. Call him on 3-way. Click over. Call you on 3-way or whatever. You saying somebody that called you on 3-way, you saying you clearly, blatantly incriminating yourself. And then boom, ain't no lying, because you're going to get confronted right then and there. Ain't going to be no waiting until later on. No, I caught you. You got caught up on 3-way, man. You just thought it was the end of the world, man. I appreciate that once again, your mama's boyfriend. Showing a whole lot of love tonight. I appreciate that, man. You caught up right then and there. Now your girl's mad at you. She done broke up with you. Because typically it's us getting caught up, fellas. So your girl done broke up with you. Then you look up and she's dating another dude. She talking to somebody else. Sickening feeling. Y'all remember that sickening feeling when your girlfriend broke up with you when he's a little kid? And you really, really just thought it was the end of the world? You're 11, 12 years old and your girl done broke up with you. You really, really genuinely thought your life is over with. Crazy. Those are the days. Those were the days that I would give anything to experience again. Those are the days that I think, just in my opinion, kids should have the opportunity to experience, because they don't know. Kids don't really know what it's like to be a kid. All they know is phones. And again, it's not their fault. Look around. Whenever you go out to eat, whenever you go anywhere, this is what you see. Look around at a red light. This is what you see. Look around when it's not a red light and people are just driving. This is what you see. These things right here, these communication devices are, it's like you can't concentrate on anything. How much money Facebook makes because people are checking their Facebook accounts or Instagram or just all of them, any Twitter, you know what I mean, any of them, any of the social media stuff. Whenever you log on, you stay logged on. But whenever you click back into your account or whatever, they get paid for that. It's traffic. It's traffic. They're making so many billions and billions of dollars off of us. Swing sets. Steve said swing sets. Oh, man. You got the person behind you pushing you in the swing set. It's when you got a little older and they pushing you in the swing set. And they pushing you in the swing. You going high, you got high, and you jump out the swing. You jump out the swing and you probably get hurt a couple times, but you get right back in the swing. We used to do flips out of we was athletic. We doing backflips out of the swing. Kind of foolish thinking back, but it was fun. Had a whole lot of fun coming up. I had a great childhood. I didn't get in trouble as a kid. I never got arrested. I didn't even do dirt as a kid. See what I'm saying? I was just a kid, man. Came up playing soccer. I played soccer from 5. A lot of people ask me questions about myself. Kenz, why you never talk about yourself? I mean, I've talked about myself, but you know what I mean? I'll tell you, I started playing soccer from 5, maybe even 4, but I'll say 5 to 11 years old. Doing flips on the dirty mattresses, yeah, all that, backhand springs, flips, yeah, all of that stuff. And so, at 12 years old, I was to the point to where, like, I was pretty darn good at soccer. But I ain't had no father in the house, and my mom, she couldn't do it all. She worked 2 jobs. So my mom is she can't get me back and forth to practice, because the people that I was going to practice with, that lived right around the corner from my grandmother, they weren't going to be able to make sure that I got to practice every day once I was 12. So I had to quit soccer. I was good, man. I was good. So I told my mom, I asked my mom, I said, Mom, since I can't play soccer, can I play baseball? Can I try baseball? She was like, yeah. grandmother's house. We lived right around the corner from the park, Castlewood Park. Should have been playing baseball for real. I was one of those kids in gym class where no matter what sport we played, I was always like, if not the best, one of the best. Whether it was soccer, softball, basketball, whatever. Not necessarily basketball early on, but volleyball or dodgeball, whatever. Like, I was always the athletic kid. I was small, but I was fast and I was athletic. Yeah, Generation X. Played baseball my first year. Never no T-ball, no nothing. Made All-Stars. I made All-Stars my first year. Second year came in, and I continued to ascend and play baseball. Started playing basketball at about 11. Got pretty decent at that. Never played football a day of my life until I was in the 10th grade. Got a college scholarship, Kentucky State University, play football. I was always athletic because I played outside with the kids. I was raw talent because I didn't really know anything about the sport. I just knew get the ball run. You see what I'm saying? Some coaches always said that I had raw talent. But I got all of that from playing outside as a kid. Parents have the card. My mom used to have card games. Loved when she had the card games. Because guess what? I could stay outside later. All the kids, we right outside or whatever. Card game don't end until, I don't know, 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. They all inside having fun. And those were the times. Kiss your girl for the first time. Your girlfriend. Kiss that girl for the first time. You just really, you really, fireworks. Fireworks. I know that feeling where you kissed your girl for the first time. It could just be a little peck. Y'all both take off running or jumping around or whatever, man. You think it's something to these kids these days? Northern California's in the building. I appreciate you, bro. King Elephant 204, I appreciate that. Now with these phones, man, it's like, now I know that they make you do the verification and things of that nature, but kids, man, they can just log on their phones now and watch whatever they want to watch. Back in the day, we couldn't watch whatever we wanted to watch. You had to sneak in your mama's room when she wasn't home and find one of the dirty movies if she had some, and then put it in the VCR. Y'all remember the VCR? Had to put it in the VCR. A lot of young people don't even know what a VCR is. But if you found one of your mom's older movies or whatever, you stick it in the VCR, and you watching the movie. You don't even know what to do. You just watching it. You know you ain't supposed to be watching it, but you watching it. And every time your mama leaves, you sneaking in the room. You trying to put the tape back just like she had it. Now, kids these days, they got this. They just log on to their phones and watch whatever they want to watch right there on their phone. To be a kid. Now it seems like these days kids is they going to the penitentiary. Miss Mesmerize, how you doing? How you doing? Where you been at? Did you leave me? Do you believe me or up and leave me? I ain't seen you on here in a while, but it's glad to have you. It's glad to have you. Absolutely. King _ Elephant 204, absolutely. I'm gonna shout you out every time. You know what I mean? Northern Cali. I rock with your channel. I appreciate you. I definitely do. Debbie Does Dallas. I definitely remember Debbie Does Dallas. I do. I remember the title anyway. I can't tell you exactly what, but I remember that. You and your friends sitting around watching dirty movies. Y'all don't even know, like I said, really what to do. It's not even in your mind that this is, you know, you like it. But you kids, you laughing. You know what I mean? Crazy, crazy time. I'm still around. I ain't going nowhere. Thank you. Where you at again, Miss Mesmerize? I forgot. Is it Cleveland? It's been so long, I can't remember where you from, but I know that I've asked you a time or two. I guess social media is cool though. You get a lot accomplished. You can meet a lot of people. But see, I think that Pam Watson. Who is Pam? I'm not familiar who Pam Watson is. I haven't seen her on here in a long time. Pam Watson. Yellow Tablet Talk. That don't even sound familiar to me. Pam Watson. I don't know. A lot of people don't even think that I'm still doing my channel because they're like, Kenz, you never pop up in my my news feed, my recommendations. I don't know what's up with YouTube, man. I must have wronged them or something. I don't know. She used to be Miss Pat Watson. You know what? Pat Watson. She was my moderator from Houston, man. I don't know what's up, but she be getting at me on Facebook. I'm on Facebook, so I hear from her on Facebook all the time. She comments and likes my, matter of fact, I think she liked something just yesterday or a comment or something like that. But I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask her, what's up, man? You ain't been rocking with me, man. She was the enforcer. Before James and April, man, Miss Watson, Pat Watson, she was the enforcer, man. Anybody said anything silly, they was out of there. I'm gonna ask her. I know exactly what you're speaking about. Like I said, she be saying little things to me on Facebook, or we communicate or whatever. I don't know. You know what I mean? But that's my girl. I'm gonna tell her that you asked about it, that y'all asked about it. Pat Watson. But I just think that I think that social media, my problem with social media is that I think that it's used for the wrong purposes. I think that it's used because, like, I say that because social media will really, really have you thinking that you're bigger than what you really, really, truly are. You post a video. Let's just say a woman posts a video. Dude just getting in the inbox all day long. Well, duh, you on there shaking ass all day. I mean, what do you think's gonna happen? What do you really think's gonna happen? I don't understand why these thirsty dudes in my inbox. I ain't interested in none of y'all dudes, but y'all keep jumping in my inbox. I mean, but you are like on here like literally with little to no clothes on, twerking all day long. Don't get me wrong, if that's what you do and you getting your money like that, cool. But why you knocking people that's jumping in your inbox? What do you think they gonna do? I mean, literally, what do you think they're gonna do? And I think that social media will give you a I'm not saying that nobody, like, you should always think highly of yourself, right? But yeah, TB, Miss Pat was the enforcer. Absolutely she was. You should definitely think highly of yourself. But don't get so gone off the fact that you got all these dudes and comments and likes and things of that nature in your inbox or whatnot, because guess what? Those dudes probably want one thing, what they see. They see what you're doing. So therefore, they're going to respond according to what they see. But you act as though you all this and you all that. And it's not even that. If you're going to use the gifts that you have, as far as making money and I don't even knock that. I don't. Because if they're going to pay you to get on here and twerk and do all these things, if that's what you want to do, I don't recommend it. But if that's what you want to do, I'm not going to knock you. But just understand it's not going to last forever. Just understand that just because a person doesn't have a body like you, or maybe not the physical looks that you have, so they can't get the amount of attention that you get. Don't act like you better than everybody else. Don't look down on the next person. I'm getting money. Dude, I seen a girl on TV today, man. Well, it was on social media, rather. If a dude ain't doing better than what I'm doing, then I ain't got nothing for him. You see, that's the sort of ignorance. That's the sort of ignorance that keeps a lot of these people, whether it's a man or it's a woman, but in this particular case it was a woman, will keep you single. Don't think because you look good, you got a body, you a freak in the bed, man. Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce. Jermaine Dupri, along with other individuals, cheated on Janet Jackson. Please understand that. I'm not saying I'm not recommending it. I'm not saying that it's the okay thing to do, but please never get it misconstrued and think that just because you have money, just because you a freak in the bedroom, it's more than that. You got to have personality. You got to have compassion. You got to have understanding. You got to have commitment, the willingness to, you know what I mean? Because two people being together is a very, very difficult thing. Yeah, in the beginning, the honeymoon stages, everything's cool, everything. But as time goes on, like, you all have to really, really adjust. And that's why I say being friends is the best thing. Because think about it. Your relationship, you're going to have ups and downs, trials and tribulations. But your friendship can carry you through that relationship. You see, we all going to fall in and out of love with. Sometimes I just don't like the person that I'm with. Or you may not like the person that I'm not going to say me per se. I'm just saying figuratively speaking. You just might not like the person that you with for a while. But that friendship can carry you all and sustain. But now you don't really. It's not really about getting to know a person. It's not really about, think about it, when you with a person and as soon as they mess up, you ready to move on to the next. Why? Because you got 15, 20 people in your inbox on a regular basis. So your mind is always kind of wondering, like, you know what? He ain't acting right. He's not acting right, so guess what? I can go over here. Well, shoot, he wasn't acting right, so I'm going to go over here. And then you look up and you 4, 5, 6, 7 years later, and you still trying to find that special one instead of that perfect one, rather, because we all want that special one. You looking for something that don't exist. Work it out with who you with. That's just my recommendation. I'm not a love doctor. I'm not anything of the sort. We just vibe and we talk, and feel free to ask me anything you want to ask me. This is a, you know what I mean, Q&A session. There is a message. Nobody tells stories better than you. I appreciate that, Daniel. I definitely do, man. I just be trying to keep it real. That's all I do. I just try to keep it real. I do want to say this. For the people that are watching, or the people that see this, because right now this is called live streaming. We live streaming right now, right? But a lot of people will see this pre-recorded upload once I'm not live anymore. Anybody, I said it in my video that I uploaded earlier today. Y'all go check it out if you haven't watched my video that I uploaded today. Make sure you check it out. Got a very good friend of mine, and I don't want to say anybody's names, or because they may not want their information put out there like that, but they're frequent on this channel. They frequent my channel. Lost everything in a house fire, man. Everything in a house fire. I want to say I can only imagine, but I can't imagine losing everything that I own. He's very, very gracious, very, very grateful to be alive. He wasn't injured. No one was injured. It's a blessing. But when I say everything, I'm speaking everything. Essentials, just basic things that, we tend to take for granted. If anybody, don't send it to me on here, on the super thanks, the super chats, because it takes me all month to get that money, I appreciate it. But if anybody can send anything, my Cash App is $KENZ 1000. $KENZ as in zebra 1000. I'm also on I don't even understand why I always forget the name. I'm not on Zelle. I have Zelle, but I haven't really set it up. But let me look again because I forgot it earlier. Like my man, I'm getting old. Man, Venmo. I'm on Venmo. I don't even know what my handle is. I have to go look or whatever. But if anybody, $1, $2, $10, $20, whatever it may be, anybody sends anything, I'm gonna send it directly to him, along with what I'm gonna send. $KENZ 1000. He never asked me to do it. He never, hey Kenz, can you help me out? He was just telling me what happened or whatever. My reach is not really, you know what I mean? Like, I don't, the amount of people that my videos reach, so it's very, very important for y'all to share this video if you're watching it. You see the video, share it, because you never know who could be watching. I understand that house fires happen every day, but real Kenz TV, man, if anybody feels compelled to send anything, I'm not on here begging, I'm not on here trying to scheme and scam. He'll get every dollar. It's a person that's been rocking with me from the very beginning of the channel, man. And I consider this person my friend, man. Same way I would do you all. If anything would have happened, put yourself in them shoes. I'm not trying to shame anybody or make you feel guilt trippy or anything. $KENZ 1000. $KENZ. Thank you, April. April put it up. 1000. I'll send him every dime, y'all looked out for me when I had the Thanksgiving giveaway. I gave out the food on Thanksgiving. I don't remember how much you all sent. It was $500-$600, something like that. And I used every dime for the people. Every dime. Along with what I added to it. This would be no different of a situation. I would definitely make sure that he gets that. $KENZ 1000. Had to add that in. You know what I mean? So whatever y'all want to talk about, whatever y'all have to ask me, I'm gonna be on here for a little bit longer. I could talk about, I could go all day. You know what I mean? But I like for you all to ask me questions, because sometimes the topics that I have, y'all might not necessarily want to talk about that at the time. But I'm going to tell y'all this real quick too, though. Now that I think about it, I just totally contradicted what I just said. So I had a little, I'm going to do a video on this tomorrow, matter of fact. So I don't want to say too much, but me and Big Hurt had a little back and forth on Facebook, and he finally responded to me. And I told Big Hurt, I said, Big Hurt, if you're not familiar with the video I did, just go to my page and type in Big Hurt, B-I-G, obviously, H-E-R-C. I said, Big Hurt, man, I'm very disappointed in you, bro. I'm very disappointed in you because you was the first person that really, Jay Williams inspired me. Okay, so Big Hurt was the first prison channel I ever watched. Fresh Out Prison series. I used to watch him all the time, man. Talk about splitting wigs and talk. But then I went to prison, I came back home and I watched him. It was like he was totally different, like he sold out. So that's why I came across Jay Williams, Let's Live Life. And I watched him, and I never thought about starting a prison channel. But I watched. I said, you know what, man, I got some stories to tell. I can do this. So I was really inspired by Jay Williams. Shout out to Jay Williams, man. But Big Hurt was the first one that I watched. And I said, Big Hurt, man, I done tried to contact you, bro. I done seen you put all these other people on your channel. You know what I mean? And you interview them, and they don't even have YouTube. They don't even have a platform. My platform is nowhere near yours. You got 500,000 subscribers. Salute to you. I get it. 600,000, whatever you got. But we all got to crawl before we walk. It seemed like you just kind of, ignoring me, playing me by the wayside or whatever. What makes you think that you're just so special that you can come onto my platform? Oh, bro, calm down. I didn't say that you owe me anything. I didn't say that I'm not entitled. I'm not saying anything of the sorts, but it does seem as though you would see a up-and-coming YouTuber trying to do his thing, scratching and clawing and scraping, but you just ignore me, acting as though I don't exist, so I have to lightweight talk crazy to you to get your attention, and I'm gonna just leave it at that, because I'm gonna do a video on it, tell you exactly the full depth of the conversation that we had. But I'm gonna tell you, that guy's a major D-head. Big Herc's a major D-head. And I'm not even the type that really talks about people who's going to go in on a person, or I'm definitely not going to try to use your name for clout chasing and things like that. But Big Herc is an ultimate sellout, man. And I'll continue with that topic tomorrow. My next video. One of my next videos. Big Herc kind of comes across zesty to me. I could be wrong. You know what? I don't even want to put that on him because I wasn't locked up with him. I don't know anything about him. I've heard several people say that. I'm not going to accuse the man of being zesty. I don't know. But I think the money is gone to his head. I think because if you got 500,000, subscribers, like you're doing some nice things on YouTube. Very, very nice. So I commend him for what he's doing. It's just like he's not. I know we all evolve, but come on, Big Herc, man, don't forget that you didn't always have this amount of subscribers. What about the people, man? I was rocking with you. I think he was a couple 100,000 strong when I first seen him, but nevertheless, I'm gonna tell y'all about it. We're gonna talk about it. Another thing I got going, I'm in the process. I got so much stuff going on, so it's like I really have to settle down sometimes, like the glasses. My own line that I'm looking at. I got the t-shirts. I got the credit book. All of these things have not gone away. But I'm always just like in grind mode, thinking mode. You know what I mean? Thank you, Bill. I appreciate you, bro. Bill Caven. Bill Caven is responsible for these glasses. Y'all check them out. He sent me all type of colors. I wear these because these are the ones that I keep in the car the most. But I have like several different other colors that he sent me. And at some point, you all will be able to get your own version of the love shades. But what was I saying? I didn't got old. So I don't even remember exactly what I was saying. Oh, yeah. So I have a web series in mind. And this is something that, like, my passion, like, I really, really want to do this. It's a web series. 20-minute episodes, roughly 20-minute episodes. 6 episodes per season. And I'm just trying to figure out a way to do it and formulate it because it's going to be expensive. Looking at probably $25,000 per episode. Well, per season, rather. 6 episodes in one season. But the way that I'm looking at it is this. If I put it out there and it takes off, then you come with a second season. You come with a third season. And if the numbers are high, if the numbers happen to be high enough, then that's when your Netflix and your other networks are gonna come. Hey, with trying to buy the show, I never sell it. I license it. I never sell it. But I got a heck of an idea for a show. Y'all can look for that to hopefully come to the channel at some point. About to start doing more skits. I do skits, but I more so put those on my Facebook channel. We're gonna get this channel to where it needs to be somehow, some way. Everything's not gonna just be prison stories. The true crime stories, narrating the stories, because again, as I was saying early on, it's truly only so many prison stories that one can tell. I don't mind telling the prison stories, but it gets more and more challenging each day to tell these prison stories. That's why sometimes I just tell, everybody hasn't been in prison, so I'll just tell real life stories, realistic realities, stories. So many stories you can tell. I don't want to get burned out, keep talking about prison. I know this is how I started it, but that's the truth. I'm running out of stories, you all. Running out of stories. I refuse to make up stories, because then I'd be doing it for the money. And I told myself, never in life will I ever do anything strictly for the money. So sometimes I'll look up different things online or whatever, and I'll see what happened. I'll just retell the story. I'll narrate it myself, put my own twist to it. People tell me all the time. Somebody just told me yesterday in one of my comments, Kenz, man, I work 10, 12-hour shifts, man. And, sometimes I just don't feel like being there. No, I don't listen to you the whole time I'm there, but I listen to 2, 3, 4, your videos, and really, really helps, get me through my shift. Or Kenz, I have a long ride home from work, to and from work. Driving home, I got that 2-hour ride home from work. Tired, don't feel like really making that drive, and I put one of your videos on. Then I put another one of your videos. I'm not tooting my own horn. This is what people's telling me. Listen to a couple of your videos. Next thing you know, I'm home. Kenz, at nighttime when I'm trying to go to sleep, I'm not calling you boring or anything of the sorts, but I have to have something that I listen to, or if I don't necessarily want to watch TV all the time, I cut my YouTube on, and instead of a 12, 15-minute video, I know that I can count on your videos, 35, 40, 50 minutes, however long they are, to help get me to sleep. And if I don't go to sleep on that one, another one of your videos will come on. Mission accomplished. Gone to sleep. These are the things that people consistently tell me. People in dialysis. Kenz, hardest thing I ever had to do, 3 times a week, man, 3 hours a day, 4 hours a day, whatever, no, respectfully. But I pop in a couple of your videos in my earbuds, my iPods, whatever, and the session's over with for the day. This is what I genuinely do this for. When I make these long videos, I'm thinking about people that have told me these things. Why? I like listening to longer videos when I go to sleep. It's just something about a longer video. I'm going to keep it all the way real. I listen to a lot of Fleece Johnson stories. That's why I know so much about him. I listen to a whole lot of Fleece Johnson stories because they're long stories. Hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours. I fall asleep. I don't have to keep changing it, or something else comes on and I have to change it. I understand. I watch you during dialysis, living my best life. Living my best life. Baldwin 93.99. Wow. Another individual. Shout out to you, bro. Hopefully, you know, well, I don't know if you're a bro. I don't mean to disrespect you if you're not. Can't really see your profile picture. Hopefully, man, things get better. You get that kidney. You get that kidney you need. Another individual, you know, they listen to me when they're going through these things. That's what makes me happy. Not about the money. The money's cool, but the fact that I'm helping people. I've done so much wrong in my life, in and out of prison, and now, you know, I've changed my life, and I really want to help people. That's my goal. I just crossed the border and listening to you until I get out of Texas. See what I'm saying? Okay, bro. Living my best life, chap. I should have known that. But yeah, I appreciate you, man. I definitely appreciate you. That's why I make these longer videos. I promise you, that's why I make them. I know everybody's not gonna sit there and listen to a 2-hour video, an hour and a half video. I get it. But for the people that want to, I'm here for you, man. Have you got any flack back by any of the stories you have told? And what did your mom or family members say when they found out you were doing a YouTube channel? Cool Cat Waynes. Now, I haven't got any flack. You know why? Well, actually, I have gotten some flack over the Booty Bandit stories. I've gotten a couple, hey, man, what's up with you on there talking about the, you know what I'm saying, the Booty Bandits. And, hey, bro, this is what happens in prison. Yeah, but, dog, you shouldn't be on there talking about that. A couple times I have. But nothing major. Nothing major. Why? Because everything, when I tell these stories, I'm being genuine. I'm keeping it all the way real. I'm not on here making myself like I was a hero, like I was in the penitentiary knocking dudes out, stabbing dudes up, and nah, I'm keeping it all the way 100. So now I don't get no flack because I'm not lying. I haven't lied about anything. I was not that guy in prison, but I wasn't no chump in prison either. I said I did 11 years. I did 11 years total, not the once. Kentucky Department of Correction. I'm keeping it all the way 100. As far as my family, what they think, I don't think nothing. Not that I know of. You see, when you start a YouTube channel, I implore people to understand that when you first start a channel, you can tell your parents, you can tell your friends, but they're not going to really support you like that. It's going to be the strangers that really support you. Strangers that eventually become your friends. Yeah, they may come to your channel and subscribe or whatever, but they're not going to consistently come back and watch and support you and follow you. They're not going to do it. They're not. I'm not going to fault them because they may not be into prison content. They may not be into the sort of content. You know what I mean? Morning Star was good. Appreciate you chiming in. I appreciate you. I definitely do. But they may not like the content that you putting out. So you can't really expect them to support you like that. It's going to be the people that you don't know. You build it from the ground up. And that's exactly what I'm in the process of doing. Building it from the ground up, from zero subscribers. I think the first person that subscribed to my channel was a young lady that I was with at the time. Other than that, I wasn't going to people, hey, go to my channel and subscribe, like people I knew and family. Nah, I just got out here and jumped on it. I didn't know what I was doing. If y'all ever watch any of my older videos, like when I first got started, man, I was all over the place. I'm talking about rap one day, next minute I'm talking about fighting, next day I'm talking about hip. I'm just all over the place with it. So yeah, it's a learning process, but any of y'all can do it if that's what you so desire to do. Yellow Tablet Talk. I got more followers on Facebook and on YouTube. A Popeye's video I posted on my Facebook page went viral last year. Yeah, exactly. I think I got about 5,000 followers on Facebook. I've been more so uploading skits on Facebook. more so than my videos or whatever. But I'm gonna use that because I'm really like the skit thing is really something that I'm about to deeply dive into. I have plenty of skits, I just haven't uploaded them, and I have plenty of ideas that I've written down, and some's just still in my head. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that. And I got a character that I'm working on right now, and I'm able to legally do this character because it's considered a parody. So I can't be, no one can go after me for copyright infringement or whatnot. I'm not gonna let the cat out the bag right now, but it's a character that I'm working on, and y'all gonna see real soon, man. Real Kenz TV. I appreciate that. I'm glad y'all chimed in, man. I'm glad y'all rocked with me for the last 2 hours and 6 minutes. I done had fun on here, chopping it up with you all. Thank everybody. Man, I appreciate you. Remember, the Cash App is $KENZ1000. $KENZ1000. Don't matter what you can send, whatever you can send, cool. If you can't, that's cool just as well. Like the video, comment on the video, share. Because if you can't send anything, guess what? You're sharing it. And this person's sharing it, and this person is sharing it. It's a village. Might just get in front of the right person, man. Real Kenz TV, I appreciate it. Peace back out to you. I'm just saying, I might create a character for Big Rufus. I don't know, it's a good idea, man. Go Steelers. Jackie Harver's in the building, 1971. April, I appreciate you. You know what I mean? It's been real, man. One love.